we're discussing the Galactic Federation, which I mean seems ridiculous coming from my channel. However, that's because it's actually in the news for some reason. Apparently, the head of the Israeli space force, or their space command, whatever you want to call it, like their how we have our space command and our space agency, not NASA, but the military, the militarized space command. Israel has the same thing, and the former head of the Israeli space force or whatever is coming out saying that not only do aliens exist, but there's in fact a galactic federation which they want us to be a part of, but they but we have to do it slowly and work our way up to become a member of this galactic federation, and that President Trump knows all about this, which you know, there's so many things about it that are just completely unbelievable. That being the first, because if Trump knew about something as crazy as that, I'm positive it would be tweeted out nonstop. But you know, just let's just say, for instance, that that's not the case. Hey, what up, Colt 45? How you doing, buddy? So apparently there's this the he's saying that they've known about this for a while, and that they're trying to make us members of this galactic federation. Hey, what up, Nick? How you doing, homie? So I was shocked to read this, and this is I didn't read this in, you know, I didn't read this on Infowars or above Top Secret or, you know, some other fucking, you know, I read this on MSNBC's on their online paper or whatever, or their news stuff. So I don't even know what to think about it. I also seen Nick Pope tweeting about it, which he's saying if this is real, then this is like, you know, earth-shattering news. Of course, we thought that, you know, them coming out and admitting UFOs were real was going to be earth-shattering news and was going to make everyone go crazy. Everyone, that's what everyone thought forever. And then they come out, they admit UFOs are real, and barely a fucking peep about it. You barely hear it in the fucking news. And they admitted UFOs are real, and it's just like ignored. And so I wouldn't be completely surprised if they did come out and say, okay, yeah, there is a galactic federation of aliens out there and they want us to be a member. And people would just be like, yeah, whatever, you know. Yeah, I don't want in. Like, I don't think people are going to go crazy about it. I don't even think people care. Like, the whole people, you know, going crazy because aliens exist, I think is completely blown out of proportion, and that all these think tanks and all these people and who got together, like the Brookings Institution, all these people who got together and said, oh, that society would collapse if we were to discover alien life and shit like that, and that you have to be slowly and bring it out. They're wrong. Not only would society not collapse, it was almost completely ignored by society. You know? I mean, like, they're basically just, yeah, whatever, on to the next thing. So this whole notion that people are going to go crazy hearing that aliens exist, I think we could go ahead and discount that shit, dude. Hey, what up, Tyler? How you doing, homie? Looking sharp? Oh, thank you, buddy, as always. Oh, this is not my normal hair. This is actually for a video that I'm working on, so don't think you're going to be seeing me in this hairstyle or something. This is this is not my hairstyle, so this is just for a video that I'm working on because I like to do characters and it's a lot of fun. So but yeah, this is not how I normally wear my hair. But yeah, not too bad. Old school, brings me back in the day when I was a fucking young man. Looks good, no homo. Bullshit, you don't even want this dick. Okay, just fucking admit it. Yeah, so what do you guys think, Nick, Tyler? What do you guys think about this Galactic Federation? Are we going to join or what? Is this legitimate? I mean, this is coming from the thing I don't like is that you hear stuff like this, and it's coming from the former head of the Israeli Space Force or whatever, their space command or whatever, the former head. So it's not like it's someone who's currently working there. thoughts on abductions and the Federation. That's what we're talking about right now, Marcus. How you doing, brother? A monolith appeared in my city the other day now, and I know they are all fake. What up, Cobra? Yep, that's another thing we're going to talk about. Monolith. There's been a couple of them flying around, but we'll get to that. Yep, but we're discussing the Galactic Federation and what up, Raul? How you doing, buddy? Doing good, homie? Am I saying that right, Raul? Raul Luna? I hope I'm saying that right. What up, Van? Brother Kyle? You know this is bullshit. That's what I'm thinking, but hearing it, hey, what up, Dinkum? How you doing, homie? It's my man right there. That's my boy. Are gray aliens nice and unsay my name right? And I'm saying my name right? All right, cool. Or you're saying my name right? Excellent, good. The Israeli general was 87. What up, Bob? How you doing, buddy? I love you too, Van. Yeah, 87. Sweet, good. Glad to be your friend, homie. Hence Star Trek, right? Then yeah, well, that's what it's like. I mean, I'm down for it. Now it sounds you gotta think of this. I mean, it sounds ridiculous, okay? And that he would come out and say something like this. But why would he put and the thing is when you read the article, he's putting his entire career on this. He's saying, look, he was a professor. He's got his degrees. He's got his PhD and shit like that. He went to university, taught at university, went to, joined the military. I mean, he was a total insider, and then he retired, and so now he's the former head of the space engineering, and he's coming out and now he's saying this stuff. Well, why not come out and say this while you're in office? That's the reason why when the government came out and admitted UFOs exist, that's why people could take it seriously. And even though they ignored it, because when it was being told by the Pentagon, current people in the Pentagon itself, its spokespeople came out and said, yeah, they're real. Okay, so we can accept that as like, well, that's legitimate. But when it's a former head, the guy doesn't work there anymore. He could literally say whatever he wants to and get away with it. So and he just wrote a book. So that's one good way to sell a fucking book. I'll tell you that right now. And now let's take another character. Let's take the former defense secretary of Canada. All right. What's his name? I forget his name. That old fucking guy. When you guys look that up for me, see if you guys can remember his name. I'm trying to think of. Hillier something, yeah, Paul Hillier, that's it right there. Okay. As right as I thought of it, Jenkins posted up there, that's it. So Paul Hillier comes out and says that yeah, UFOs are real, blah blah blah, and that America's covering it up, like has technology that we're keeping cover it up or whatever. You're welcome, Van, no problem, buddy. Of course, I say hi to everybody. But he comes out and says, "Oh yeah, well then you got the tall whites and shit like that." Well, literally, he's repeating a story that he heard online from a guy who's a fucking liar, a guy who just made it up. All right, so he's getting his information from the internet, not from secret sources inside the American government or something, but literally from a fucking from the internet. Hey, what up, Ian Undercover? How you doing, homie? Have you seen what the alien scientist is up to lately? Yeah, a little bit, but his shit's a little too crazy for me sometimes. So, I mean, I love Jeremy. He's a good guy, but he fucking you guys know how I feel about 9/11. I don't believe there's any conspiracy there other than people fucking making shit up, I mean, everyone who says every conspiracy about it is just full of shit, dude. They literally have no fucking information. They're making random guesses on, they're just taking wild fucking stories and saying, oh yeah, this is true or that's true, and it never is, it's always just some bullshit, dude. So I can't, it's just kind of hard to go with. And then yeah, but I mean, he's a good guy, but I haven't really watched too much of his shit lately. I had an experience involving a tall white or a Nordic type being, but I don't have any beliefs about what they're up to or anything. Well, so this guy is taking, he's taking a whole story of what this one guy said, and then just saying it's true without going into any kind of trying to verify anything, which everything he says is bullshit, dude. um I've seen hundreds of fucking lights and a few that turned into shit that seemed physical. But at this point, all I think I've really experienced is a bunch of goddamn lights, man. Well, you know what? That's not true, Van, because I've had personal experience with lights which I thought were nothing but lights. But I watched these lights, a single light, turn into a black flying delta. So up until that point, I would have agreed with you. But after that, then you know what? You just sometimes, because all you see is a light. Like when you see a car coming at you down the road with its headlights on at night, all you see is a light. You don't see the car behind it. So sometimes there's a lot of shit going on that you're not able to see. So are aliens mean or nice? So Rawls asking, are aliens good or bad? Well, good and bad are a point of view. Mean and nice, that's a point of view. To one person, it might be, you might consider something mean, and another person might see the same thing and consider it nice. So it's all a point of view. Bob saying, the IDF don't play, they just shoot the Iranian from a space controlled 50 caliber. What are you talking about? Yeah, I just know that this guy, he has put his reputation on. I guess he's got a good career or whatever. So that's a lot to stake on it. But when you're an old guy, you could just be having fun. You could be trying to sell your book and promote your book. And you gotta remember, like that Paul Hillier guy, he came out and said all this shit. He put out a book, and like the fucking like the first like the like 2/3 of this book is all about taxes and money and shit like that. Just normal shit that a fucking, someone would write about, like who's in politics, all right? Just normal shit like that. And then the very end of it is about how the American military has UFO and advanced technology that they're not releasing to the world and shit. And that just blew everything up because you have this completely normal book, and in the end, it just switches gears into something totally different. And I'm sure that him coming out on TV talking about the tall whites and shit like that helped sell his book like a motherfucker. Because who else is going to buy the former Defense Secretary of Canada's book? And um, oh, that's cool. It turned somehow to an enormous craft that was basically like a ginormous flat black slice of pizza. That's cool. Do you know any conspiracy about Area 51 about aliens? Well, sure, everyone does. Hey, what up, Lydia? How you doing, baby? That's my niece, you guys. Um, uh, can you describe anything about when it became a craft? Yeah, actually, yeah. So the ball of light, it's coming from one direction, from like the horizon, and then all the way over me. And by the way, I have a high-powered green laser that I'm fucking like just beaming the fuck out of this thing, and it goes down to the fucking almost to the end of the horizon on the opposite side, and it stopped, and then it just sat there for a minute, and then it started to fucking get bigger and bigger, and then I realized I was like, it's not growing bigger, it's actually coming right at me. So it was like this, like that. So like the perspective I was at, it was coming right directly towards me, and so it appeared that it was getting bigger. I thought it was like growing off in the distance, but it wasn't. It was just coming at me, so it was staying the same size. But then as it got closer to me, it started to fucking move away, and then the light went out, and from the middle of it, the light goes out, and it went like like this. So the light there was like this ball of light, and then the light stops like in at the point, and then kind of just turns off all the way. It's just turning off until it's totally gone, and all you see is a black flying like delta, um which is really fucking cool. I was like, holy fuck. Like that blew my mind, man, because this thing was gigantic, and the sun was about to come up, so you could still you didn't need a flashlight or anything to see. Like you could like see everything outside. So this is black flying craft that was like the fucking size of a football field, flying completely inverted. Like not like how a plane would fly, but tilted straight up and down like a shark's fin. Like it's completely inverted flying. And I'm like, and this thing was doing like 15 miles an hour. I was like, how is this thing not falling out of the sky? This gigantic fucking, it looked like a fucking, like a building just flying like this, just perfectly, just fucking creeping. I was like, oh my fucking God. I thought everyone in the world was going to see it, man, but apparently not. um, Was it silent? Yes, Tommy, it was. It was fucking, there was nothing. In fact, not only could I not hear the UFO, I couldn't hear anything. It seemed like the crickets, it seemed like everything fucking stopped. And it was just, oh, holy fuck. Now, I don't know. There might have been noises going on, and you're just so focused on this fucking thing. I was just like, how is this thing like not falling out of the sky? Like, you gotta remember, like, looking at this thing, in my mind, I thought it might stop. Like, I don't know why I believe, like I don't know, maybe I thought like it was gonna like be like, come on board or something, But I was like, like it's weird, But I was thinking like this thing might stop. It was going so fucking slow, so you're just not really thinking of anything. Hey, what up, Paper Crane? How you doing, baby? You know. How do you feel if you see a UFO or aliens? Oh man, so it's like awkward because it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel like it belongs. It's not like scary, but well, it is in a sense that it seems beyond you, but it doesn't fit in to where that's how you know there's a difference. That's the huge difference. Is that like when you see a real UFO, everything's just like it's a life-changing moment, like Dinkum's saying, it really is. Yeah, it feels like time stopped, like because it doesn't feel right. And then like you're witnessing something that you're like, this was supposed to be a joke. This is something that people just you know it was just the stories, right? Wrong. Yes, it is very ominous. It is. It is a very ominous feeling. It doesn't feel right. Paper Cream Wishes, how you doing, baby? She's saying, I'm so mind fucked. The GF is crazy. The Galactic Federation is crazy, right? Now that's the thing, and that's what we're talking about. Is that this Galactic Federation with what you have had cool sightings? Yes, I have. I have had really cool sightings, and I wish they were a little cooler because when I look at other sightings and encounters, I'm like, man, I would have loved to experience that. And then and it wasn't until I did my interview with Alien Addict that I realized that, other people look at my experience and say, man, that's really cool. And I never really thought of it like that. Because, I mean, like, to me, it's just something that fucking happened. And I guess I'm like, I never really looked at it like how, what it's like from somebody else's point of view, but, and how cool it looks. Cause I'm like, yeah, it's amazing, but like, I don't know what's inside a UFO. I've never seen an alien. I have no idea what's going on in there. But the experience altogether was incredible. I mean, cause I've had several of them and, one so close I could have touched it. If I wanted to, I probably should have. I wish I did. Yes, I regret it that I didn't, but the truth is if I tried to touch it, I probably would have fell off my roof. But yeah. Or am I already part of it? Galactic Federation, how do I join? I know, right? Paper Crane, I want in, dude. You could start working at Area 51. Go to EG&D in Las Vegas. They do the hiring for Area 51. But I mean, you got a background in aeronautics or something like that. Of course, you don't even have to do that because people think Area 51 is not as fucking closed down as it used to be. You guys realize there is a McDonald's in Area 51. You guys might not realize that, but that's true. There is a McDonald's. You can go there. You can work at Area 51 and order a fucking Big Mac because there's one right there in Area 51. So it's just like any other military base, except you're just not allowed on it. That's all. Yeah, absolutely. It's absolutely true. What up, Extreme Cleaning? Everything. How you doing, buddy? Yep, Tommy, that's true. You can. Can you make a video on how to begin work at Area 51? Well, I don't really know that much about it, except besides like the places that do the hiring is EG&G out of Las Vegas and a couple other places. If you work for Boeing or if you work for NASA, also if you work for the CIA, you could work for any of these companies and still, or agencies, and still be, and still get a job working at Area 51. But I mean, you're going to go there and just see nothing, besides this project that you're working on. Do they have a mixed space burger? Yeah, they probably have all kinds of cool shit, dude. Yeah, give me a McAlien burger. Right? Yeah. Yeah, smoking weed outside of Area 51 McDonald's, right? Yeah, I mean Area 51's cool, but there's other places like just like Edwards Air Force Base or fucking White Sands Proving Ground in New Mexico. There's other places that are probably fucking way cooler. What up, Clyde? How you doing, homie? Than Area 51, you know. Yeah, I mean they probably have a lot more fucking cool stuff going on there. The base at fucking in Dayton, Ohio and shit like that. Who knows? Yeah, S4, yeah, that'd be a cool place to work, dude. That's the place you want to work, where they're working on fucking UFOs. Go to get a job at S4. That would be hard. I mean, you'd really, you'd have to have the best of both worlds. And that's the thing. But what up, Tara? And that's the thing. People always think, oh, if you're gonna work, that you have to be a fucking genius, going to these genius fucking universities and shit. No, you fucking don't. No, you do not. Hey, no problem, Van. Anytime, brother. Um, you don't, they literally have to. You just have to fucking have the qualifications that they want. You know. Uh, what do aliens do if I'm close to them from Area 51? Well, I have no idea. What up, Luna? How you doing? Luna Sparkle's doing good. And worked at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. I asked him about they had an alien bodies there, and he changed the subject. See, he's like, I don't want to talk about that, but yes, they did. That's kind of cool. Um, so okay, so let's just go off. Let's just say the Galactic Federation is real. Let's just say that. Let's just say that this guy is telling the truth. All right. Are we in or are we out? So let's vote right now. Who's in, who's out? You can go ahead and post in the comment if you're in or if you're out. I want to see what you guys say. Go ahead, I'll give you a minute. Bob's in. Turn It Larry is in. Tyler Agile Coast 1 is out. Van is balls in. Darren Garcia, King Pakacha from Galactic Federation, so I guess he's in. Alan Attack is in. Dinkum Aussie, I want to know what each of the races taste like. So Dinkum's in. I would be interested to be in, but humans are too stupid. That's true. But so Lydia's in. My twin is in. Hey Candace, how you doing, baby? She's in. Gregory Johnson is definitely in, bro. Extreme Cleaning Everything, definitely in. Tommy Meyer is in. How many more people is that? Everybody? I mean, is that? I don't know if that's everyone. If everyone got it in. Well, keep. If you haven't put your answer up, go ahead and put it up. I'm gonna read it out. And nobody wants out. Agile Coastal wants out. He's like, we're out. Um, So I would like to be in. Lydia and Bill said the exact same thing. Thank you, Gregory. I appreciate that. He says, I'm glad to see you're doing well. Reese, yo, what is up with the Israel guy? Discover that aliens are real or red, I think. Reese, that's what we're talking about right now. We're talking about joining the Galactic Federation. Are you in or out? Reese, go ahead and put your answer up. Let us know if you're in or if you're out. Do you want to be a part of the Galactic Federation, or do you think we should stay out of it? And this is purely hypothetical, that if the so-called Galactic Federation existed, are you in or are you out? Are the blue avian aliens or avians in the Galactic Federation? No, we're gonna go ahead and say that this is completely legit. Um, um, Hototo Many Goats, I love that name, is in. Alan Attack, it's pretty obvious that aliens have been colonizing the universe just like we are trying to do. The problem is that they ain't ready to hear that they made us. Yeah, that could be very true. But Alan, we want to know, when are you out? Okay? Are you in or are you out? You're either in or you're out. And if you're out, you're dead. So you're either in or you're dead. Which one? No, I'm just joking. uh, well, I mean, I'm down to join the Galactic Federation, but I don't know if they deserve us. Okay, we might be better than them. Who knows? I mean, maybe the Galactic Federation is like the fucking like the loser team. Okay, they're like the fucking they're like the Buccaneers or something. Like no one wants to fucking play on their team. Gives a fuck about them. Do you think aliens made that sculpture found in Utah? Absolutely not. I'm just saying maybe there's other federations out there that are better than this one. Okay. I want to know. I want to see all of our options before we go ahead and just go and join them. What if it's a cult? you know, we don't know that. Just go running and joining this shit, dude, and they're having us all worship fucking Raw, and then they all of a sudden they want our credit cards and fucking the deed to our house and shit. Like, I don't know about all that. Uh, Bob Gray is asking, is Paul Schneider for real? No, he is for real a crazy man. He's completely full of shit. He doesn't understand the first thing about anything he's talking about. And I could give you reason after reason on why he's full of shit because he literally doesn't know the shit that he's saying. He doesn't understand how actually, therefore, this is why he is absolutely wrong and, in fact, a fucking liar because he doesn't even know how it works because he's sitting there saying stuff that couldn't fucking happen. So, yeah, if they shared their technology with us, well, maybe their technologies, maybe it's not like they're more advanced than us, or that they just, they have a different understanding of physics than we do. Perhaps the physics where they come from is just different. But I mean, for the most part, I guess I would want in, but I want to know, what do we get out of it? I'm not paying any membership fees. We're not, if there's like some kind of membership fee to be a part of this Galactic Federation, we're fucking out. Okay, as soon as that shit happens, we're done. As soon as they start asking for credit cards and, no, 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 no. I don't want any of that, dude. I'm not ordering 20 CDs for fucking 99 cents. Okay, not again. All right, this shit's not happening. Okay? China just turned on their sun. Yep, it's 15 million degrees Celsius. That's 3 times hotter than the sun. Yes, that is true. They did turn that on, which is really cool. There's a lot of things hotter than the sun. I mean, a bolt of lightning is actually hotter than the sun, so it's not too hard to pass. Alan is saying that they manipulated our DNA from primates. We are their petri dish. That seems to make the most sense to me when you look at evolution on Earth. That it's probably most likely that there was some kind of intervention to help create Homo sapiens as opposed to. I mean, it's not like science can't even fucking debate. They can't even argue that fact. Why? Because with their own belief system, using their own scientific model, they in fact do not have the fucking parts that they need to prove what they're saying is true, to prove where humans are coming from, to say that humans are descending from apes. We do not, there is not the evidence that we need to fucking solidify and say that yes, we are descended from apes and that's it, is simply not there. That's why it's called the missing link, because it is missing. We do not have it. So So they're basically saying that their theory is fucking true without the evidence to support it. But one day they will eventually find the evidence. Now, would that work with anything else? No. Okay, until you actually have the evidence, you can't go and claim anything, you know? Honestly, I'd prefer to stay solo and stand our own ground, but would that put us at risk for potentially truly real world issues and detriment for the masses in the long run? It very well could be. I would think I would be down to join the Galactic Federation. I just want to know. I would like to know more about it. I want to know what's going on, and and what do we get out of it as a species? You know, what's the benefits of joining their Galactic Federation? You know, is it just we are we just fucking members? You know, because or are we gonna have to fucking is this like fucking are we gonna have to like join a fucking fraternity where they're gonna make us do a bunch of stupid fucking things and act like idiots for us just to join? You know, oh yeah, are we gonna get hazed? To join this federation? Yeah, there's too much stuff I want to know before we just go jumping in and joining. Don't get me wrong, I would like to join the Federation. However, I need to know some shit first. There's too many people who are just like, let's just join, let's just jump in and join. Look how many people just up and said, we're jumping in. Only like 3 or 4 of us were like, well, wait a minute. What do we got here, I mean, there's got to be some perks with joining the Federation first, I'm just saying. It might be better to join the Borg. I'm just saying, Is it so wrong to assimilate? Is that so wrong? What's so bad about assimilating? For all you know, it's fucking bliss. You don't know. Can we assimilate one person, let him tell us how it was? Is it bad? Is it good? Let us know. Then we'll decide, We are the Borg, right? Yeah, see, Gregory's saying, it'd be like Hitler or Stalin alliance. It's all for show until they decide to make their move, right? Hey, what up, Gyro? How you been, homie? That's what I'm saying. You gotta be careful with that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm down to join the Federation. I'm down to join it, okay? But I want to know what we get. I'm not paying any membership fees. All right, that's not fucking happening. No hazing, none of that bullshit. I want something out of it. Bjorg was a was a great tennis player. Bjorn Borg. I'm paying $12.99 a month for my Galactic Force Federation membership. I have connections. God damn it! You get your fucking money back, Alex. You son of a bitch. You are not joining the fucking Federation. Not until we find out exactly what the fuck's going on and what they have to offer us. Okay? Yeah, I told you. Don't fucking. God damn it, dude. We're not joining anything. I don't want a fucking member fucking book club. You're not getting 20 CDs for 99 cents. They're full of shit. Okay? Next thing you know, we're gonna have all kinds of publishers clearinghouse and shit being sent to us. And I don't want any of that crap. All right, my mailbox is overstuffed with fucking stupid coupons and bullshit. I don't even want. God damn it, Alex! You better fucking return that goddamn membership, dude. We need to know what they want first. Or what do we get from it? We're not paying any membership fees. You goddamn it, you fucking have that money fucking refunded to you immediately. They promised you a Motley Crue album. God damn it, Alex, I fucking told you, God, son of a bitch. Now I'm gonna have to smoke this fucking joint just to calm down. Galactic Federation. I mean, if we all got like cool little communication devices like they have on Star Trek, like which call people, I don't know how they know exactly who to call, but somehow it knows who to call, you know. Jordy, you know, just knows everybody, you know. Kurt, whatever. Jack Hara, baby, right? Oh, look, now, Alex, now you got Gyro wanting to fucking join you, dude. You're not getting those albums. I'm telling you, dude. You'll never see them. I still haven't got my fucking football phone from Sports Illustrated. And now you want to order this? You fucking assholes! Okay, so Bob brought up an excellent point. Do we get alien guns if we join? If that's the case, we're in. Okay? They're like, listen, you all get a fucking badass fucking super weapon just for joining up. You know? But there's some fine print. I don't care about that. Just give me the alien gun. We'll read the fine print later. Okay? Sure, the contract is titled "How to Serve Man," but you know we'll finish the rest of it later. Okay? I'm sure all they mean is how to serve us like our slaves, not like cook us. Okay, see, Alex is saying, okay, an alien gun would be a game changer. Yes, it would be. Okay, that's a whole now you know you've crossed into the fucking, you're on the other side of the tracks now, dude. Okay. An alien sword would be fine too. An alien spear I would take. Now, Adam's saying it's probably not up to us whether we are in. Bullshit. It's always up to us, goddammit. I say if we join, and then we manipulate and we move the motherfuckers around to position ourselves to be next in line for power, all right? And then we do pull a fucking coup d'etat. Like fucking MBS in fucking Saudi Arabia, how he just kind of fucking took everything over and he arrested all the royals and put them all up in the Ritz-Carlton and shit, and, you know, and he's like, listen, you're all fucking working for me now, you bitches. And they're like, oh, yes, sir, you know, and he's like, all right, cool. And now he's gonna be king, you know? All we gotta do is kill a journalist. All right, fuck it. Yeah, what a great time to be alive, from horse and buggy to space truck, right? Can we get an RIP in the chat for Irish Cow? What do you mean an RIP? For Irish Cow? What the fuck are you talking about? What happened? What do you mean? For Irish Kyle? Extreme cleaning, everything is saying, movie District 8, I think he means, District 9. What do you mean, rip for Irish Kyle? I know, right? What the fuck is he talking about? What the fuck is that supposed to mean? Well, I mean, I know what it means, but that's what he's saying. Something happened to Irish Kyle? Did he die? Did he fucking OD? What? No, I'm sure he's fine. They always say the public can't be told. They're always saying that. They're always like, oh, you know, the public hears out and they'll freak out. You know, and that's the thing. Because of certain things, they do freak out. But you know what? For the most part, I don't see a fucking global, you know, people going crazy. You know? I mean, if we're joining the Galactic Federation, or if, you know, we were told UFOs exist, what happened? Nothing. Everyone's like, oh shit, they're gonna go crazy. Everyone's gonna go crazy. No, we didn't. No one did anything. People fucking still don't even know about it. They cannot be told that they've been genetically altered. I think they can. I don't think it'd make a difference. I think they just make, yeah, whatever. They would react to it just like they found out if they, you know what? Guess what? Your great grandfather was a black man. They'd be like, all right. So they're like, your great grandfather, he was a gray alien. Would they leave me any money or a space gun? No? Well then fuck off. What am I doing here? There will always be 7 days in the week. Good point, I guess. You know, thank you for that basically useless information, but I'll take it. um, nope, can change the timeline. It's been mathematically proven, so you can go back and do whatever you want. Yeah, I would assume so. It takes away our humanity hearing that we've been grown like a virus. No, it doesn't. Why not? Maybe it makes us more human. She said, "Oh, okay, after Kyle. All right, cool, good. Tell your girlfriend I'm sorry. Thank you. I appreciate it." Mike, the legendary gamer, how you doing, buddy? You think Adam is saying I think aliens can time travel? I just assume they can. I mean, that just makes sense to me that they time travel. Yeah. Well, if you're traveling using special relativity, if you're traveling, like using if you're using the method that Bob Lazar claims that UFOs use to in fact travel, then yeah, technically you are time traveling in a sense. I mean, if you're able to fucking, bend space time, then I mean that you're automatic. Technically you're time traveling. Period. Technically, the faster you're going, and the faster you're moving through time, so that's time travel as well. But all you have to do is move fast, which is interesting. For instance, if I went back to kill my grandfather, the gun would malfunction or etc. I mean, why not? I would think like fucking you could go back and fucking kill whoever you wanted to, you know, and it wouldn't have any fucking effect on you. It don't seem like that it would, like, you couldn't affect the future by going back in time and doing something, because you're not actually going back in time, you're actually still moving forward in time. You gotta consider this: time is relative. So to travel back in time with basically, would only reflect the fucking time that you understand. Like it's not the same for everybody, so it's different for everybody. So if you're to go back in time, you couldn't travel back and affect everyone else's time, just maybe simply your own. Maybe, Kyle, if it's not just light speed, but they're using something else that we can even grasp, it might be in fact be able to travel in time. Time is relative. Exactly. So it's like time is relative. It has to deal with the individual. So people experience time, which is really interesting, which is a really cool, part of physics, that time. But that's the thing. People, when they're talking about time travel, they never make that consideration that time, that time is, it depends on each person. Like it doesn't have, like, your time doesn't affect, it can move slower for you and faster for somebody else. So, like, we all experience time in our own sense, in our own way. So perhaps when you to travel in time, you're not you can't affect anyone else's timeline. So you couldn't change the world. You couldn't go back and make it a better place. Perhaps you could go back and simply observe it as it is, and that's it. Changing it is probably just can't be done. But I would like to think you could go back and to observe it. That would be cool. Or perhaps you could go back and observe somebody else's timeline, and without a way to actually affect it. I don't know. Be cool though. Oh, sorry. Kicker. Well, yeah, where's the rule book? Yeah, there's no fucking rules. Sorry about that. My fucking tripod. This thing's all fucked up. Well, I bumped into it because I was smoking this joint. Well, you shouldn't fucking get high and do this. Nah, fuck that. Yeah, I know, right? Good chat. Thank you, buddy. Hey, don't forget to lick that like button. Yeah, that's right. Tell him, Dinkum. and let's not get into dimensions because I still don't understand how being from somewhere other than our universe can just pop into ours. It boggles my mind, right? Well, and that comes into a whole different, different kinds of fucking theories about, how the universe is constructed, or Well, I mean, like, there's at least, we have. The thing is that there's at least two. There's a minimum of two universes that we know about. People really don't consider the other one, but so there's our universe, and then there's a subatomic universe. There's the fucking the quantum universe, which is very very small, very very tiny. But our entire universe is built upon it. So you would think anything that can happen there happens here. But the stuff that happens there is so fucking crazy that we're like, oh, that's impossible. How could that in fact happen here? But well, it happens there, so it has to happen here. Our fucking universe is built on top of it, like it's fucking they're one, and that they're like you need the ground floor, and then the build have the building above it. You have to have a place to start, and that's where it starts, is there, and it works its way up. Yes, we do need to have another behind the scenes fucking chat. That was awesome. How do you learn? How do you learn what? I read. Mm, that's what I do. Try reading. It helps. Um, can we do a Halle Berry chat? What the fuck is that? How do you learn? You saying thoughts and ideas? Yeah, sure, right? Well, you have to, um, no, Bob's asking a question. What religion is the Federation under? Yeah, are they fucking religious? What about that? Okay. I mean, there's, like me, I'm not a religious man. However, I believe in God. Well, in a sense. Imagine the intelligence and the advancement in tech it would take to cross dimensions, right? I mean, perhaps you're not even able to cross dimensions. Perhaps you have to have some sort of avatar cross it for you, and bring back the information. Brash is saying, first time here. Are you an experiencer? Yes, I most certainly am. I am an experiencer. Um, but like on the real, you know. So I haven't got on a fucking UFO and flown around with an alien or anything like that. I've never seen it, but I've had really close encounters. So basically, I've had close encounters of the second kind. So I could have touched a UFO. It was so close. But there's just all these other things that come along with the fucking experience. It's just fucking, if you see the movies Close Encounters of the Third Kind, that's exactly how it happens. Everything that happens in that movie, that's exactly how it goes down. It's fucking crazy. Maybe we already have that tech stolen from something we shot down, right? Uh, yeah, that's another thing, how, I mean, like, uh, yeah, what if joining the Galactic Federation and they found out that, hey, have you guys been shooting down UFOs? What? No, no, not at all. No, no, those, no. What are you talking about? Come here, look the other way, buddy. What if they're like pissed because they're like, are those our missing discs? Did you take our fucking ships from us? What? What are you talking about, dude? No, dude. That's a those are fucking toys, dude. Yeah, for fucking giants. Duh. That's like if we'd have like first thing as soon as we joined the Federation, we're like, listen, you guys, we gotta tell you, it was us. We were shooting down your ships. Were there any survivors? There were a couple, but Kyle insisted we cut them open and study their brains. So if you're mad at anyone, blame him. It's true. And I'd have to take it and be like, yep, well, you know what? Everyone else wanted to be fucking friends, okay? I needed to know how you tick, okay? In case I needed to kill you one day. um, what up, Lee Marksby? How you doing, buddy? Hi, fella. Have you ever watched any videos on Alan Watts, the English philosopher? Actually, yes, I have. Yeah, he's actually really good. I have watched some of his stuff, and it's very interesting, very cool. What up, Shroom? How you doing, buddy? Could you share an experience that you got here? It's a very beautiful subject. Yeah, sure. I'm sure. Fucking, I share them all the time. There's one, fucking, you know, well, I've had many experiences, so it's like I still have experiences, just not as frequent as I did back in the day. Um, you know, and um, so I don't know which one I want to talk about. I guess we'll just talk about. Well, okay. So in fact, my twin sister's on here right now, and you know, she can fucking validate that this fucking happened. Because it fucking my whole family was fucking there when the shit went down, you know. And this is at my sister's at our house. I was sitting on the roof. This is July 3rd, 2010. I'm lighting off fireworks, and the sun's just about to go down. And I had already had like a UFO hunting platform built on top of the roof. All right, and I'm sitting on it, and I had all my gear for UFO hunting. So I had a bag with cameras and lasers and all that shit, dude. And I'm sitting out there, and I'm just watching the fireworks going off, you know. And I had a laser in my hand. I'm just kind of shooting it around and shit. And out of fucking thin air, out of fucking nothing. All right, later, Gyro. This fucking black sphere looked like a ball coming through a wall, like came out of nothing, right fucking above me. And I was put in shock, like I was fucking frozen, like, oh my fucking God, like, what the fuck am I looking at? And it fucking came directly to me and right over top of me. And it's just sitting there, just spinning. This 4-foot black, of like this big fucking black sphere. Just sitting there spinning really slowly. And it had like this thin, looked like a pencil thin line on it going around the center. And then like these lines going from the bottom up to the center line. All right. And it's sitting right over me. Now it's right over my head. So all I had to do was stand up and I would have touched it. It's this fucking close, okay? All I had to do was stand up, I could have touched it. I was sitting there and spinning, and I had these lasers in my hand, and I wasn't thinking. I did it like on accident, I think. I squeezed the laser, and the laser hit the fucking UFO. And the second it hit it, all the thoughts in my head went bah, and made like this like fucking hardcore echo, like ah, and everything was like echoing, man. There's this crazy fucking like bah, you know. And no, I have never seen an alien in the flesh, just so you know. And so I stopped the laser, and then it stopped. And then I watched this UFO. It sits there, just spins for like another minute, like maybe 10 more seconds, and just kind of floats over the trees. And I'm like, this thing's fucking gone. So now I jump off the roof onto the second roof. That I fucking run through the window, and I go and I tell my twin sister and her boyfriend at the time. I said the probe's back. The probe's back. And Candace's ex-boyfriend Dan's like, I want to see it. And I'm like, well, we might be able to see it floating away if we hurry up. He's in his boxers. It didn't matter. Like, okay, so now we run down the hallway, down the stairs, out the front door. And we open up the front door, and it's sitting in the driveway, just spinning. This fucking UFO. Just sitting there fucking spinning. And my boy Dan's like fucking, fuck, like he fucking like, oh fuck, like that. And I'm like, holy fuck, dude. Because I thought this thing was going to be up in the sky floating away. But it didn't. It went over the trees. It came back around the house and just came to the driveway and was sitting there waiting for me when we fucking walked out. And fucking Dan's right behind me like, holy fuck, dude. And now I'm like, okay, I want to walk up to this thing. And I thought that there was like this gravity field pushing on me. And then I realized it was fucking Dan holding my shirt, and he's pulling me back. He's like, wait, stop. Because I'm walking to it, and he didn't want me to walk up to it. He's like, wait. And I was like, oh, fuck. At first, I thought it was like a gravity field, but it wasn't. It was just Dan pulling onto my shirt. And then I was like, don't worry, stop. And then I'm walking towards it and it's moving away. And then I stop and it stops. And then I start moving again and it starts moving away. So it always stayed the same distance from me. Okay. It was always the same distance from me. And then I'm like, fuck it. And I start kind of running at it. And it fucking just went into the street, didn't even go fast, just right into the street and then just up like a 30-degree angle, just starts floating away. And the people on the street lighting off fireworks are completely fucking oblivious, all right? They are not, because they're busy lighting off fireworks, they're not seeing this fucking thing. And then finally, the neighbor says something to Dan because he's in his boxers. And then we're all like, look, and he sees it and he's like, holy shit, and he's yelling at his kids, you guys, look, because I mean, there's this fucking UFO, this fucking like black sphere floating down down the street, but up, like at an angle, just fucking floating away, you know? And then I'm like, I know, oh, shame you didn't have a video camera. No, Lee, I did have a video camera. That's the problem, okay? I had everything. I told you, I had a fucking bag with video cameras, fucking regular cameras, night vision, lasers. I had everything in there. And you got to understand something. When this thing came out of nothing and then came over right in my head, nothing else in the world existed. Okay? Nothing else existed except for me and that UFO. Everything else was gone. There was no fucking bag. There was no roof. It was just him and me. That's it. Just the two of us, you know? I mean, that's what it's like. Everything else goes away. I jumped off the roof and ran and told them, leaving all my stuff up on the roof. I didn't even think it's the last fucking thing you're thinking about. Because I'm like, this thing it was right in my face. I could have touched it. Okay? I mean, like, it's fucking crazy. And then after this thing floats away, I run back into the house. And the first thing is I start screaming to myself, I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. And I was just going up. My twin sister was there. I'm screaming, I fucking knew it. Because I knew it. Because I'd seen some UFOs before. But I never had an experience up until that point that it was so close. There was no denying it, all right? And that when I put the laser on it, it fucking made my thoughts echo. It had some kind of effect to it. All of a sudden, it was real. Okay? All the legends, all the stories, everything, and it was real. It was real. It's fucking like as real as this is, dude. You know, as real as this fucking coat I'm wearing. It was real. It actually exists. And it fucking just came over my house for some reason. You know, it was fucking insane. And, you know, I had a couple experiences before, but this one I was like, that's it. It's done. UFOs exist. They're absolutely real. Because up until that point, I was questioning my sanity. You know, I didn't know what I was seeing these things, but I didn't know. Like I couldn't. It was hard to accept. But you know, after that, it was done. You know, I was like, oh well, now it's on. You know, but yeah, I've had even more incredible encounters than that. Like crazier shit has fucking happened. That's just one of my favorite because it was so close. I could have touched it. And because Dan was there when I came outside and the motherfucker was sitting in the driveway, you know, it was just such a cool fucking, like, that was just fucking crazy, dude, you know? Yeah, he might have, you know, it was scared the fuck out of him, I'll tell you that, man. Was he changed? Yeah, no, he was never fucking okay, man. You know, he was fucking, you know, he was always kind of a fuck though, you know, but he had seen the UFOs with us. You gotta understand my whole family, you know, Candace has had her own UFO sightings. Just like when the UFOs started coming around, everybody would see them. If you were just with me, we would just see them. We were constantly seeing them, you know, like it was fucking crazy. You know, Candace would have her own UFO experiences, which is crazy because Candace and I are twins, you know, so you know, that might have something to do with it. I don't know, but I know it's fucking, it's a real fucking shit. There's no fucking denying it. You know, it's just like it's just happened. It's just how it is. I don't know why it happened to us, you know, but you know, it's like my sister's right here in the chat room with us. Lydia, who I was talking to earlier, that's my sister's daughter. That's my niece. She was with us for UFO experience. We had them all the time, dude. She was with us, dude. We would see them all the fucking time. It was crazy, dude. Yes, I blame Kyle. Yes, shut up. It's not my fault, okay? But yes, it happened to me, and then all of a sudden it happened to Candace. It fucking happened to everybody because it was just constantly fucking around me for some reason. Like I don't know, just like Close Encounters of the Third Kind. It fucking it just happens, and that you just like constantly see them. Like they just start following you around and shit. Like I don't know why, and you're just like become obsessed with them and shit, dude. And it's just I don't know. Yeah, I don't even know the fucking neighbor's name, dude. He was just dude lighting off fucking. I didn't know. It's like we lived in like Gary, Indiana, dude. All right, so go look that place up, and then you can come back and say why you might not know your neighbors. you know. Yes. Okay. So Brash is saying sounds like a probe. That's exactly the terminology I said to fucking Candace when I ran back into the house when I started screaming. I was like, the probe's back, the probe's back. Because Candace and I had actually seen UFOs before this, which we had called probes, dude. Yeah, I can't see Candace right now is saying, we agree, Brash. We thought the same thing. We're like, it's got to be some kind of a probe UFO, that I mean, because it seemed like it was just coming here collecting data, and it just would come right up to us, dude. Constantly, these UFOs would come to our fucking house. I don't know. We don't know why. They just did. And fucking, we would see them all the time, just driving to work, whatever. There would just be fucking crazy ass UFOs wherever we were. That's where they were. So either we were incredibly lucky, or they just follow certain people for whatever reasons. Who knows? But that's what they do. I mean, that's what happened to us anyway. There's just no fucking, it's not like, it's not like, oh, we're just, you know, because they were fucking sleeping. They were just like hanging out in their bedroom and shit, dude, just like doing nothing. Anyone else in here have the same problem? When you talk to people or family about UFOs and aliens, they just point blank dismiss it. Yes, we have that same problem. I don't with my family, thank God. My family was real understanding and, real accepting of it. And, my parents absolutely believe me. They know I'm telling the truth. And, you know, Candace was with me. So she can't deny it. There's no, she was a part of it. So, so the rest, my other sister, completely believes us, and my parents believe us. So we're not making it up. It actually happened to us, and so we at least had that. We at least at least had that. But everyone else, unless they seen it, you know, Candace, Bob, that's actually not Candace in the Billy Idol video. That is actually Savannah. That's my girlfriend in the video. People in the hood I'm from look at you like you're crazy. Well, I mean, basically every hood, they look at you like you're crazy. Yeah, Adam's saying they told him, oh, it was a dream when he was a kid, or they took little interest in it, and that's the problem with you, in the world of ufology, and when at being an experiencer is people not, um, I have no idea what you mean, Kyle. I seen bottom C. What did you say? I can't. I have no idea what she's saying. Um, Shut the fuck up. She's saying she's seen nothing. Yeah, all right. Kiss my ass, Candace. Brash is saying, I love what you're doing here. I'm inspired. Thank you. And blessings on your journey, brother. You too, Brash. Rock and roll, brother. Yeah, that can be the problem. People telling you that, that you're crazy or whatever, or they just dismiss it, and that's what really sucks. Is because when you dismiss it, it's such an insult because it's such a life changing moment. It's just your whole life has just been flipped upside down, and they're not taking it as seriously as it should be taken. Okay, as serious as it is for you, when you experience it, you feel like everyone should fucking feel the same way and fucking experience and be like, oh, and like, oh my God, really? But they're not just, they're just like, yeah, whatever, dude. You know? And you're just supposed to, you're just like, what the fuck? You just expect everyone to be as excited and, because you're like, oh my God, guess what? I know the answer. The answer that everyone's been fucking looking for forever? Well, I know it. So you're just like, guess what? You guys want to hear it? And they're just like, no, I don't care about it. It's like, wait, what? Look, I got the answer. Don't you want to know? They're like, no, no, whatever. Well, I wouldn't deny that you are fucking crazy, Candace. But yeah, it is always up to people to fucking, whether you want to fucking believe somebody or not, you know. But that's just, it is what it is. Um, Being gay today pales in comparison to being labeled a UFO proofer, and we don't even want special treatment, right? Exactly. Got some merch from you when you come on here. It's awesome. Oh, hell yeah. Kyle, he's Baptiste saying, Kyle, I'm loving the channel. Got some merch from you when you come on here. It's awesome. Hell fucking yeah, Bob T. That's right. Why are you doing the channel? Basically because, uh, well, I'm in entertainment. I was an entertainer forever. I guess really my whole life. And so YouTube was a good way to do my entertainment, but then having my experience having my experience just felt that I'm like, you know what, I want to do a channel where I can share my experience with people. And there's got to be a channel for people who had a real UFO experience who aren't crazy. Okay, my sister might be crazy, but I am not. I am far from it. I know what I saw. I know what happened to me, and that there's got to be people out there who fucking, because back in the day you'd go online and it was just bullshit hoax video, bullshit hoax video, you know. So it just, that's all you saw. It was just bullshit and bullshit. There has to be a place for people who aren't full of shit, for people where it really happened to them. It's like, this really happened. No fucking, no jumping on a fucking, UFO and flying to fucking Nibiru and fucking, fighting draconians and fucking bullshit. None of that bullshit. Where it really fucking, it really happened. Like on the real, we really saw it. So there had to be a place for that. And then everything was just so boring. Like every channel was just so fucking, and me being an entertainer, being a comedian and musician and an actor and a writer and all this shit. I was like, you know what, I should take all of my talents and I can throw them on there and mix that in with the UFOs. And so so it's, at least it's entertaining. This gives you something to actually want to watch. There's so many people where I come out, I can watch them, I'm just like, give me some, you gotta give me a little something to go with. When you have a fucking, like you gotta have some fucking, pizzazz and some fucking energy, and because most people just don't have it. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna fucking give it to you, because you're watching UFO channels, all of them were just lame as fuck, and I was just like, I gotta fucking put something out there that's got some entertainment to it, some real entertainment, not just some bullshit, you know. I'm not crazy at all, but I've been called crazy. It's hard to prove and experience. So after a while, you kind of stop trying to prove it. I know it. That's all that matters. Exactly. That's what it comes down to. You know. And so Bob Gray is asking Candace, were you scared? And Candace is coming out saying, this is my twin sister. She's saying, seriously, I'm just a mom. She's saying, seriously, I'm just a mom. I'm not crazy. And I've seen what he has seen. Exactly. So she's saying, Kyle, yeah. And they're asking, is Candace, were you scared? And she already answered, but I could have told you her answer, which is no, she was not. Yeah, with Kyle, you get dinner and a show. That's right. But yeah, yeah. Just so you guys know, yeah, Candace might be saying on here that she's crazy or that she hasn't seen it. She's not crazy, like she said. She's just a mom, and yes, she's seen what I'd seen. We'd seen it together. Like fucking, we've had many UFO sightings together, and then even separate. So I don't know why. Maybe it's just because we're twins that they just followed us around for some reason. Who knows? But you know, yeah. No, no, we were never fucking scared. We were never scared at all. It's always fascinating. It's always like, whoa, it was really cool. And it happened all the time to us. We're just like, we see just UFO after, like, we would see them all the time. They would come to the fucking house like all the time. Like, it was just like Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I'm telling you guys, like, it would blow your mind, like how fucking many UFO sightings and shit that I don't know what they wanted with us or why they showed themselves to us, but they did. you know. This started, for me, it started December 27th, 2010. Yeah, fucking like 6:45 in the morning. That was my first sighting. And then everything after that, then it was like fucking, I don't know, up maybe till like, you know, maybe like 2014 or something, I think. I was fucking when it fucking like, all led up to fucking the crazy ass shit. And I still have sightings. It's like, basically, it's never stopped, just not as intense as it used to be. I mean, we used to just see it just nonstop, but yeah, Kansas City, yeah, like my blue light orb. That's a cool fucking story, too. That's an interesting thing, man. Yeah, 10 years ago now, right? Yeah, God, it doesn't even seem like that. Oh, fuck yeah, Bob, you're the man, buddy. Bob just sent me $10 on fucking PayPal. That fucking rocks. I'll take it. See, that's the fucking shit. It's much better than fucking super chat or anything else. It goes straight to me. No YouTube taking a cut. No fucking Patreon taking a cut. I love it. You're the man, Bob. Yeah, everyone's saying good job, Bob. Yeah, rock and roll. 15 years ago now, like 10 years ago, 2010. It's fucking 220 now, Candace. Is 10 years ago. I don't know. Maybe she had a UFO sighting before that. I don't know. I don't know. Well, God, now that I think about it, Candace, don't you remember we were seeing UFOs when we were kids? Don't you remember that? You remember us filming those UFOs and shit in Vegas? I don't know if you remember that or not, because we were young, but God, now that I think about it, yeah, that wouldn't have even been our fist. Yeah, okay, she's saying yeah in Vegas. Yeah, all right. So you remember? Yeah, now that I think about that. Um, You got Cash App? Yeah, I was supposed to fucking download it. Actually, Candace sent me a link to download it, so I will have that. But as of right now, I forgot to do that. I should probably have done that, Candace. I'm sorry. um, God, yeah. Now that I think about that, yeah, yeah. We used to film UFOs when we were kids, man. You know. Um, Victas, you mean Vegas? You've been to Vegas? Is that what you mean? Uh, yeah, we lived in Vegas. We lived in Vegas a couple times, man. Yeah, I grew up. Yeah, I grew up there, man. You know, 10-liter Chevy truck. That's like my fucking truck, dude. Yeah, Vegas got some cool shit going on. I mean, there's always cool shit going on in Vegas for fucking like UFOs and shit like that. And then fucking, we lived out in Pahrump, man. There's a UFOs shit out there we would see, man. Or not, guys, you're like, oh god, dude, fuck, that's all the time, dude. That's all the fucking time. That fucking thing just lets gas down like you wouldn't believe, man. Yeah, dude. Yeah, we lived out right by the fucking the Nevada test site, dude, and shit like that. So you don't think about it when you're a kid. When you live there, we're just like, oh yeah, Nevada test site's right over there. We didn't even consider what the fuck was actually over there. It was the Nevada test site. I mean, motherfuckers were flying UFOs and shit over there, working shit out, dude. And, fucking that's fucking Bob Lazar and all that shit was just right over there. We didn't even fucking think about it, dude. Uh, you still haven't napped, but you can't you need to go to fucking bed, dude. Take your fucking nap, go to fucking bed. All right, but your winning showed up. Did you rub it in fucking Bill's face? Are you serious? Rub it in its face. So you're going to bed now? All right, good. Good. Go to bed. You did? Good. That's excellent. All right. Good. Go and get some sleep. Be careful with my truck, you fuck. I love you to death, but fuck. Don't fuck my truck up. She's borrowing my truck right now. Uh, See you in the morning. I love you too, baby. All right. Have a good night. And for real, get some fucking sleep because I'm gonna call after the show, dude. And if you're fucking awake, I'm gonna be pissed, dude. You know, because you gotta do that shit early in the fucking morning, man. Or whenever, I guess, whenever. In the morning, though. Oh, Bob, when you share, it's not easy. No, it's not. You know, it's like it can be fucking difficult, man. You know, people don't fucking take you seriously, or they don't, you know, have the same kind of feeling you do towards it. It's just kind of fucking sucks, man. You know, that is a pain in the fucking ass. I mean, it makes it hard. I thank God that I at least had my fucking family. At least I had my twin with me. You know, so experiences, so I didn't feel alone like that. Because you really do feel alone when it comes to the rest of the world. So I couldn't imagine what it'd be like to not have your family with you. You know, but I know what it's like for the rest of the world, and it just fucking sucked. So I'm like, man, if I had nobody with me during my encounters, that would have really fucking sucked. Because it would have really been hard to get people to believe you. You might not even tell anybody. I bet you there's been so many fucking encounters that have never even been told. That people are just like, nah, I don't even want to talk about it, man. No one's going to believe me. They might not even believe it themselves. They might convince themselves that, it was a dream or something. I mean, and I'll tell you what though, there's certain ones where I'm like, where the guys have the experience and they come out and they fucking tell everyone. Where I'm like, you know what, I believe them, even if it sounds crazy, like fucking Travis Walton. As soon as that shit happened, they went out and told everyone. They're like, the fucking UFO abducted him, and then he came back. He goes, I was on a UFO, like fucking, with shit like that happened. That's what you would do. You tell everybody, or the fucking Allagash or Pascagoula. Those guys were like, well, what do we do? I don't know. They're all like these fucking dumb inbred fucking hillbillies. They're like, I don't know. Go tell the sheriff. Like, but they didn't even know what to do. They're like, let's go tell the sheriff, I guess. And that's what they did. They had no idea what to even do. Hey, what up, Heart Island? How you doing, baby? You know, I mean, that's just the thing. This fucking like, uh, you know, like the carrot people, right? But that's what I'm saying. Like, then they both describe the same fucking thing. They're like, this is what fucking happened, and I mean, it's just, it's fucking amazing, man. And it's cool. I like the Allagash sightings. The guy was like, one guy was like, yeah, he's like, I could remember. It's like when I went to hypnosis and they brought back like the memories. It was like, because we remembered the light coming at us and fucking, I remember hitting it with a flashlight and then it shooting a beam of light back at us. He's like, I remember all that, and then I watched it just float away, and we just got to shore. That's all they remembered. But what happened is they actually got fucking abducted and put back, and all that time was just missing. So they didn't even know, and then they had their hypnosis and they were able to recall what happened. And one of them, they had all these guys, they had the guys draw what the aliens looked like, and the guys never described them to each other, so they didn't know what the other ones were going to draw, and they drew the exact same alien, and not like a gray alien, but this different style of alien. But they're like, this is what we saw apparently, and they all do the same thing. And one guy was like, he's like, I could remember. It's like they put a fucking sheet over me, but the sheet was made of light. He's like, so it just kind of floated over me. He's like, but it was made of pure light. He's like, it was like a sheet, but it was like light. He's like, they had these tools, these instruments that they were using to, take samples from us. He's like, and the instruments were made exactly to fit how their hands work. And he's like, and their hands, he's like, I remember when they grabbed me. He's like, I can remember what it feels like. He's like, even now when I think about it, he's like, I can still remember exactly what it feels like. He's like, because their hands, their palm had fucking, he's like, had like these big hard bumps on him like a dog's paw. Okay. So how a dog's paw is, he's like, that's what it feels like on you. He's like, it felt like a dog's paw, except their fingers, they weren't fingers. He's like, they had four opposable thumbs. So he's like, how your fucking thumb moves, he's like, they had four of them. And so they had like four thumbs that would fucking grip their fucking things. He's like, and he's like, I can remember, he's like, even on the tips of their fingers felt like the bottom of a dog's foot, you know, like that kind of padding. He's like, I can remember how they grabbed me and shit like that. He's like, and it was these four thumbs. He's like, and their tools, their instruments were designed in a way so they could grab them with these opposable thumb hands and fucking work perfectly with them. He's like, so they had these weird shapes and shit to him. He's like, that they could grab perfectly, but he was looking at it, he's like, that would be kind of hard to grip and grab. He's like, but they could just real fucking easily. He's like, so they were designed in a way to fucking work like that. But yeah, and that's interesting. I mean, just think about that, like just the way he describes, he's like, yeah, the one thing I really remember is like their hands, because he's like, that's what was touching me, it was freaking me out. He's like when it's grabbing, he's like, oh fuck, he's like, it was freaky. And so he's like, I never forgot their fucking hands, how fucking weird their fucking hands were. So he really like locked it into memory, you know. Adam saying, yeah, I wanted to talk to them, and they said they were about to have lunch and invited me to join them. Afterwards, they had their photo taken with Bud Hopkins. Who are you talking about? I'm at Allagash Guys Conference. They bought me lunch. We had cheeseburgers. They were cool. Oh, okay. So you know, yeah. So those guys. I mean, that's fucking cool, man. Uh, yeah. You know, those guys are fucking. You know, and I mean, like two. And the thing is, two of them were twins. You know, so that's interesting. At least from my point of view, that's interesting. Yeah, two of them were twins, and then two of them were just their homies. And you know, just the way they describe shit, dude. Uh, you know, being lifted on board. One of them had to fucking pull their fucking pants up, like when they got to shore and shit. Like they didn't even have, they couldn't even put their pants on all the way. And I like the Pascagoula guys were like, these things look like fucking, you know, they had like this weird fucking pointed nose and pointed ears, and they're all grays. Like they look like elephants, like they like these robotic elephants. Like their skin look just like an elephant's skin. So every time you see a drawing, you think you might look at it and say, "Oh, it might look like metal or something," but they're like, "No, it looked like a fucking like if you were to take elephant skin and wrap it around a little fucking 4 foot fucking dude with claws, you know, with like lobster claws." That's what it looked like. So not like a machine, but it like moved like a machine. But like it was like covered in like elephant skin, you know. The occult has a fascination with twins. Sure, the aliens are demons from Earth. Wrong channel, but that's okay. It's okay. People make mistakes. um, but yeah, that's that. I think you're looking for a different channel, brother. Yeah, I believe them. When you look in their eyes and they say this, you know it's real. It happened. I even told them. I even told them that emotion is a powerful convincer. That's right. Exactly. You know, the aliens grew up on a planet with 2% more gravity than Earth. That's what I'm assuming. Something like that. You know. Uh, yeah. You know, and emotion is a good convincer. That's the thing. But you can tell when someone's fucking telling the truth. And, you know, there are just certain ways about him that, you know, that's just like, okay, this guy seems legit when he's saying it, you know, and it's not like, you know, it's just, I don't know what it is, but I think people just tell. Like, and there's certain guys like that, you know, Travis Walton or the Allagash or Pascal those guys, you know, it's just like, you know, you can just tell. I'm just like, I just believe them, you know, I don't know what it is about it, but, you know, uh, okay, so where are we at? Oh, we're almost at an hour and a half. Okay, well, that's okay. You know, usually like to try to keep at like an hour or under, but you know. Ah, I can hear you now. Oh, excellent. Travis is legit. I agree. I believe so too. Um, Well, okay, so I want to thank everyone for coming and joining me. You guys, it's a great show. Uh, I think everyone agrees that before we go joining the Galactic Federation, we want to know what's in it for us. But for the most part, we're all basically in. As long as as long as there's no membership fees, you know, as long as Alex fucking sucks it up and goes and gets a refund, all right, we're all in, and then then what about religion? Yeah, they can't have any kind of religion. With no religion, no hazing, no religion. We don't want any of that shit. Okay, we don't want to fucking. We don't need to be praying to your fucking God or none of that shit. We're not gonna be fucking carrying your books for you. Okay, it's not happening. All right. Um, and all that is moot if they offer us alien guns. If they come to us and say, listen, we're going to give you an alien gun, we're in, period. Okay? You want us praying to your fucking Zambubu god? That's fine. Okay? We're praying to him. We love Zambubu. Yeah, yay, we're boo boo. Got it. Okay, just give us the alien gun. Shut the fuck up. We're down with that. So we can all agree with that. And then, and if the Galactic Federation is in fact not real, well, then we're not going to be fucking surprised because it's probably bullshit, considering this guy might be just trying to sell a book. So, I think we all know where it stands with that and our understanding of the Galactic Federation. So, I want to thank you guys again for coming and joining me. And go and pick up some UFO-proof merchandise. Just give me money. Donate money to my PayPal, just like Bob. Okay, straight to my PayPal. It's fucking fine. Or you can join the membership on here. You can join Patreon, support me on Patreon. You can whatever, like, share, subscribe. Just give me money. I don't know why I gotta think of a million fucking things. I can't just say one thing. Okay, just give me money. Simple as that. It's the end of the show. I'm going to do what every other YouTube does. Give me money. Okay? Make sure you tell your friends and pass it around and tell them to give me money. Simple as that. And make sure you pick up some UFO-proof merchandise. I got some kick-ass shit there. Some UFO-proof face masks so you don't get fucking COVID. Go and get it, dude. All that good shit. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you guys for joining me at an awesome time. All right, you guys. UFO proof out. All right, later, you guys.